Hey there, Scorpio, and welcome to your week of December 13th, 2021 General Tarot reading. We're going to be taking a look at your energy coming into this week, some possible challenges for you as well, and some possible outcome cards too. We're going to tie all that off with some clarifiers, and then an oracle card at the end, just to see and wrap it all up here, Scorpio. See what's going on. Hopefully this is going to be helping you out. Hopefully this is going to be resonating with you. If it does resonate, that's great. If it doesn't resonate, it's just not part of your message, or it just isn't your message at all. So just don't try to make anything fit that doesn't fit. All right, Scorpio, and we'll be getting along just fine. So without further ado, let's get into your reading. We're starting off here on the left with your energy, the Ace of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. This is a really awesome energy here. This is just you coming in, working hard, overcoming challenges that you face, and not being afraid to trim things that need to be trimmed, right? Take care of things that aren't helping you out here, right? With the Three of Swords, it's about eliminating things in your life that don't serve you anymore. Even if you attached a sentimental value to them, something that you feel like, I could never, I've been through so much with this, like, right? It's like kind of keeping things around your home that like are just taking up room or taking up space or not serving their purpose anymore because you have something that improves it, but you're just keeping it around because, oh, I could never get rid of this. And the Three of Swords is like, let's get rid of that stuff. Let's, take the heart out of it. Let's be logical here. Ace of Swords telling us we can overcome any challenge you face, saying your mind is the key to glory, the key to power here, with the sword coming up through the crown, as swords are about your thoughts, your mind, and crowns, of course, represent power, authority, of course, all those authoritative figures in history who wear crowns or royalty is associated with them. So I feel like your mind is very much on point this week, where you're like, I'm putting in the effort. I'm really trying to succeed and overcome things. And I'm not afraid to cut out things that don't work for me either anymore. And with the Eight of Pentacles as well, just putting in that time, putting in that hard work. Practice makes perfect. Repetition being the path to mastery. I'm loving that. That's fantastic, Scorpio. In the middle here, we got the Seven of Swords, the Chariot, and the Four of Cups. This is your challenge cards for the week. The Seven of Swords is maybe you're dealing with a liar, cheater, stealer, maybe someone who's not very honest with you at this time. Could be a Cancer. The Chariot is Cancer's sign, so you might be dealing with a Cancer who's not being upfront with you. They're kind of being a little cloak and dagger for you this week. The Chariot, of course, can be Cancer's sign, but it can also represent a card of success and overcoming obstacles and, dealing with outside forces and making them work for you as best you can here. So I'm getting a sense here this week that you're trying to do things on your own, or you might be dealing with a kind of a treacherous Cancerian this week. Or I just feel like you might be trying to do things on your own. It's just not really panning out the way you want it to. And we got here with the Four of Cups as well. You being offered something that you may not necessarily want, right? This guy's got his arms crossed. He's saying, I don't want this cup, right? Like, I've got 3 already. I don't want a 4th one, right? Like, I don't need any more cups, right? We're talking about, again, with you, like, putting a value on things things that do serve you, right? You don't need a 4th cup. You've already got 3 cups. You only really need 1 to drink from. You have a surplus of cups, right? Like, you don't need any more, but yet you're still being offered this stuff. So you might be feeling very dissatisfied there as well, where it's like you're working hard, you're trying to do this all yourself, and it's like you're being offered up things that's like, no, I don't want this. I want the thing I'm actually working hard for here. So let's take a look at your outcome cards. We got here on the right, we got the Page of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Three of Wands here. So the Page of Cups is interesting here because we're talking about things being offered to you that you don't want. The Page of Cups seeks out opportunities here. You see, he has a cup with a fish inside, and it's to represent opportunities that come up into chance for you. Things that you could say, hey, like, this is a good time to try and, strike while the iron's hot, something like that. Let's go for this. And I feel like this is you going for those opportunities, keeping your eyes peeled for them, and then knowing to seize them here. And we have the Two of Cups as well, which is about making decisions. It's about what choices will I make? What paths will I walk here? And really wanting to know, like, hey, hello, Spike, how are you today? Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to find somewhere to sit down, please. That's not on the mat. Excuse your bum. Thank you, sir. But we're talking about choices here with the Two of Cups. Like, what choice will you make? What decision will you make? Will you seize those opportunities, or will you wait patiently here with the Three of Wands, which is a card about waiting for your ships to come in? Are you going to work hard and rely and hopefully and hope that your hard work, your persistence and all that is paying off the practice you're putting in, the time, the effort, and that your ships will come up because of this? Or will you decide that there's an opportunity here for me to strike out and go for this, whatever that may be for you, and seize that? So we have two paths here for you. Let's see what we can do to get a little more detail on the situation here with some clarifiers for you here, Scorpio. Hopefully these will clarify things for us a bit. We're going to tie everything off with an oracle card at the end of the video, so you're going to want to stick around for that. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate holy jumpins. I'm having a hard time with my words today, Scorpio. Cancer had it the worst. Oh my lord! If you don't even have Cancer in your chart, go check that out just for the listen to me blunder my way through that reading. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all the love and support I get in each and every time you guys show up. I send it back out to you. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get it on and let's see what we got for your clarifiers. We got the King of Pentacles. I'm loving that. The Six of Pentacles as well, and the Three of Pentacles here. Yeah. With the King of Pentacles here, the King of Pentacles is also an extremely hard worker. He makes sure that his kingdom is well maintained. He's putting in the effort all the time. He's putting in that hard work to say, hey, like, I want to achieve greatness, not just for myself, but for those around me, those in my kingdom. I want to achieve these good things for them in order to make them proud that they're part of my life, right? And the Six of Pentacles is about that as well. It's about being generous. It's about balance. It's about harmony, right? You want to get to a point where, for myself, like, I'd love to get to a point where I had so much money that I had enough to live off of, and then I could like donate to charities and things like that. And I'd, help out my family when they're in need, or just help them out in general, right? And my loved ones as well. So I really like that a lot. That's fantastic. So I feel like that your goals are in the same vein here, or very close to it there. With the Three of Pentacles too, again, working with your team, working with your community, your group here as well. So, you may feel like, maybe you're working with a group right now in order to try and get to those goals, right? You're working on a team at work, at your job or something like that, or you're working with a team to start up a business, or working with a group of people or something in some aspect of your life here as well. And that might be why you feel like you need to do everything on your own with the Seven of Swords. We're talking a bit about that, kind of that lone wolf energy here. Maybe you're just working a little too hard and, maybe taking up more than is necessary, right? Maybe you need to let the reins go a bit here, as it would be with the Chariot, and kind of let other people take a little bit of control and do their part, so it's even Stevens for everybody. So, but let's take a look and clarify your challenge cards here as well, Scorpio. See what's going on. We got the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, wow, and the Hanged Man. Very interesting. I just did Pisces reading, and they also had the Ten of Wands and the Knight of, or the Ten. See, I'm struggling with my words here, Scorpio. They also had the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles in their challenge positions as well. So very interesting. Maybe you should, if you have Pisces in your chart, you may want to go give that reading a checking out, or even if you don't, maybe you want to go give it a look anyway. But the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles and the Hangman here, just not really. It's kind of a selfish energy in a way here. It's kind of like, I want all the glory. I want all the glory, all the fame, all the, the glory, really. I'll stick with the words I know. All right. You want all that kind of stuff to yourself here, because the Hanged Man in reverse, oddly enough, is because he's in reverse to us all the time, but with him being in our challenges, kind of being in reverse here, is to say like, no, there's only one path, and I'm only ever going to take that path. So you may be feeling like you have to do everything yourself. With the Knight of Wands, very selfish kind of person. So, very being like, I have to do this all myself, or I want everything for myself as well. And with that Ten of Pentacles, maybe you got money in your eyes where you're saying like, no, this is why. Because if I stand out and I'm the best on the team, I'm the one that's going to get the bigger rewards, right? So again, we're talking about maybe, taking the reins off a bit and letting some other people help you out there, because I feel like overall success with everybody is going to be the best way to go here. As much as it's fun to like look at like, you know, you look at it like a sports team, right? Like, you know, basketball, hockey, football, soccer, yeah, even, or baseball, where you have like star players and stuff, right? And it's cool to see like, oh man, this person that's so good at this and stuff. It's cool, but like in everyday life, it doesn't quite work that way. There's no like real like at my job, for instance, there's no star of the show between the bunch of us. And if there was, it doesn't matter, because even if they work their butts off and try to show all the rest of us up, it doesn't put them any further ahead, right? Like, so it's like they're kind of doing more work for no reason. So maybe that's something you're dealing with this week, Scorpio. Maybe you need to kind of cut out the selfishness and cut out the like, I want to shine brighter than everyone else, and show that you can be a really big time team player here. So let's take a look, and maybe that's what we're talking about here with the Page of Cups and the Three of Wands as well, just before we move on, is that you might be making that choice. Am I going to continue to keep going after opportunities for myself, or am I going to be patient and work hard and put the time in and show off like I can be working part of a team, and that's what's going to bring you up, right? Because, you know, in my experience anyway, people who want someone on your team, they want someone who works at their highest level. Yes, it's good to have those kind of like high quality, you know, skill people in your life, but it's also important to know that when you bring that person up, that they are going to function on a team, and they're not going to do something stupid, and they're not going to do something selfish. So there is a balance to be struck there. So let's look at your clarifiers for your outcome cards here as well and see what we got. All right, here, Scorpio, we got the Devil, we got the Moon, and we got the Queen of Wands as well here. So the Devil can be that manipulation energy. It can be someone who's kind of like, I'm trying to play the system for myself. I don't care whose feet I trample on or whatever. I'm just doing it for me. So again, be careful for that. We're talking a bit about that, where like with the Page of Cups, like you might be, you know, going after opportunities for you, but not for everyone else here, right? With the Moon and the Queen of Wands as well, the Moon is a card of, you know, we're kind of walking your own path, doing what's right for you, doing what, you know, you think is best for you as well, but not being able to see all ends, right? The Moon only illuminates partially. If you ever go outside, if you've ever walked around at night and the moon shines down and you're not really in a particularly overly well-lit area, the moon only shows you so much, right? You can only see so much. You can't see into the shadows, into the back alleys and things like that, or into the wooded path, or into the forest, right? You can't see deep into them, you know? And the moon kind of is saying, like, just because you can't see all that stuff doesn't mean that you should ever, like, you know, doesn't mean that that's a weakness. Doesn't mean that that is a problem, right? You just kind of got to move forward on the path, doing the thing that you think's the best at the time, the thing that's right for you at the time. With the Queen of Wands here as well, we're talking about that really nurturing energy here, talking about, you know, trying to nurture and grow something positive, right? The Queen of Wands, she holds these sunflowers, and I'm interested here too, because the Queen, normally she only holds one, but in this particular version she's holding two. And what I love about that is, like, I've been talking about this a lot in my readings recently, because sunflowers have been really I've been honing in on them for some reason lately. But sunflowers are are flowers that will, when they're planted and they're growing, they will try to find the sun. They will try to face it as much as they can, because they want to find the nourishment. They want to grow, right? And in tarot sense, the sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's a wealth of positivity. It's an amazing card. But when sunflowers can't find the sun, two sunflowers will look at each other, right? In other words, you're looking for positivity and happiness in other people to kind of bring that out of you and find it and find that joy and stuff. So again, we're looking at, what path will you walk? Will you walk one that's a little more selfish, a little more for you, or you walk one that's positive, that's, you know, not necessarily, this is kind of more negative, and this is more the positive path, where it's like, I'm going and I'm trying to find other people to support and find happiness and bring everybody up, right? Like a rising tide raises all boats, right? Rather than being like, I'm just selfishly going for myself and I don't care about anyone else here. You can almost say, as if this, you know, if you're this group setting, you look back at these three people here in the Three of Pentacles, you could say one of them, you know, that's the team working together. But over here, that could be you, the Devil. in the background here, and this is your team, the other two here, they're kind of feel like they're chained to you. Like they got to do everything you say, and they got to work for you because you're the star here, right? So, but again, here, just in case I didn't mention it before, the moon, sign of Pisces. So again, you might be dealing with Pisces this week, or the devil, which is a sign of Capricorn. So you might be dealing with a Capricorn. Maybe you're working with some of those kind of people, or maybe you got that in your chart too. So yeah, but I just feel like, what path will you take, Scorpio? It's up to you ultimately. And I'm not here to judge. You do what's best for you. And especially that's what the moon reminds us of, is you do what's best for you. You walk your own path here. So let's take a look. We got an oracle card popping out for you already, but let's take a look at that. I hope this has been helping you out. Hope this has been resonating. Again, sending all my love and best wishes out to you. Hopefully we got something going. And what do you know? The canary spirit here to say, sing your own song. Like we were talking about with the moon. Walk your own path, do your own thing. Whatever you think is best for you, do that. If you feel like you would be better served by working with a group of people and, trying to raise everybody, help yourself included, of course, and that is how you want to do things, then go for it. But if you feel like, no, you're going to strike it out on your own, you're going to show off that you can shine your best because that's what you want, and you feel like that's the best for you, go for it. Just sing your own song, walk your own path. Hopefully that has helped you out, Scorpio. If you want to help out the channel though, Scorpio, hit that thumbs up, that like button down below. Helps out the channel a ton. You can subscribe to the channel as well. That helps me out. That helps you out too, because then you can come and find this channel easier to check out the videos as I upload them through the week. You can, of course, also check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. See what might all be coming for you in the week ahead. Hopefully everything's going good over there too. Thank you again for being here, Scorpio, and I hope to see you in the next video.